Welcome back. So we do have Jake Otis here from Celista Estates Winery. So welcome to the show and thank you for coming back on. And I guess you traveled quite a way here from the Shuswap. An hour or so.
Well, thank you for, it's not that far. It takes me about an hour and 15 minutes to get to downtown Kamloops, so it's not bad at all. It's a nice drive, actually.
Yeah, it's very scenic, it is.
Well, it is. You know, we have a lot of different terrain, of course. You know, you come out of the Shuswap, which has a lot of forests and so forth, and then when you hit Chase, that area is more deserty. That's where the desert area really starts, geologically. So. Yeah, that's great drive.
Giving me a geological lesson here. I love it.
That's right. Well, my son is a geologist, so he's kind of explained
so you know the ropes.
Not that I know much more than that.
Yeah. So we are looking at, what is this? Your lovely new dessert
Right.
wine?
Yeah, we have just released this. This is our, we call it Shuswap dessert, Shuswap lollipop dessert wine. And it's a nice wine. We thought that we would do something that would appeal to sort of your younger life. And we thought, well, everybody's had a lollipop when they were young. So we thought, hey, this would go over very well. So it's a Kerner grape, and we put a little bit of Marshall Foch in it. It's nice and refreshing, crisp, and so forth. A little sweeter than our regular wines.
Yeah, since it's
Would you like to try some?
Of course.
All right.
I see you have one already prepped.
Yeah, that's right. Now I got to still pull the cork out a little bit here, but yeah.
There we go.
And I'll let you try a little bit of it. And there we go.
All right. I think this is how the professionals do it.
That's right.
A little swirl.
Yeah.
A little sniff test.
So you'll realize that there's a bit of a cherry aroma to it.
Oh my goodness, that is delicious.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. And we're getting good reception to that. You know, people are really reacting very well to it. And it has a little bit of Marshall Foch in it. That provides a little bit of cranberry taste to it. You probably tasted that when you
I did.
Yeah.
So this is new this year?
Yes.
I see on the bottle that it was started in 2014.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the grapes are from 2014, and the Marshall Foch is from this year. So we kind of combined the two and said, okay, let's see how that works out. So it's worked very well. And of course, we have 3 white wines, a rosé, and 2 red wines, and a port-like wine as well. We call Portentus.
Okay.
And then now we've just added our dessert wine, which we've had all along, but we sold out last year, and we've changed the name to Shuswap Lollipop. We thought that would go over very well.
I'm digging the name change. So this summer has been pretty smoky, what with all the wildfires happening. How has that affected your business?
Well, it hasn't been that bad. We're down a little bit in visitations. There's several reasons for that. The other reason is that we had a very, very wet spring, so we had a bit of flooding. And I think with all the news about all the fires in and around BC, of course, you know, people are perhaps a little bit hesitant about whether to come or not. But the truth is, we're quite distant still from all the fires. It's just we've had some smoke. And it's covered the lake from time to time. But for the last 2 weeks, it's been quite nice and quite clear. And I think the visitors are starting to realize that. Now, we did talk to Robin Sear. She's the tourism director for the Shuswap and Okanagan area. And so she said they get a lot of phone calls from people. How is the smoke? Where are the fires? And so forth. And they're reassuring people, of course, that it's fine. Like, we're still distant from those fires. And the smoke has come and it has gone. And while we've had, you know, a drop in numbers of visitors, we haven't noticed a lot of change in our sales volumes.
Okay, and has that affected like the taste of the wines, or has it been affecting the grapes at all?
Well, it can. It hasn't so far, and that's because we're still at a stage where they're little green berries. It's just in the last week to 2 weeks they've started to change, and it goes through what we call veraison. That's when the skins start to get soft and the color changes on the skin. And at that point, if it starts absorbing the smoke, then it can affect the wine. And of course, then we have to deal with that. And there is a process by which to deal with it. We first of all, change the maceration process. Like we don't let it sit on the skins as long as normal. And with white wine, it's usually 24 to 48 hours that we let it sit on the skins. With red wine, that's where it gets affected. So I'm at a workshop next week at one of the wineries where they're dealing with the whole issue of smoke effect. And there's no doubt that, you know, in the winemaking process, there are methodologies by which you can deal with it. Because the reality being that we don't want that smoke taste in our wine. It could be that we can't avoid it, but we really don't want it if we can at all avoid it.
Definitely. So I have a wedding to go to this October, and I'm thinking this would make a great kind of wedding gift for the bride and groom.
Oh, absolutely. And of course it promotes the Shuswap as well, right?
Of course, yeah.
Shuswap lollipop.
So it's fairly easy to find you up in the Shuswap?
Yeah, we're located at a little place called Celista, which is just past Scotch Creek. And it's 9 kilometers, our place is 9 kilometers past Scotch Creek. So people have, and there's signage, of course, along the road indicating our winery. And if they, you know, they can also Google it, of course, so they can
Google
see
Maps.
where we're, today, I mean, and that's where we get a lot of hits, is people looking for a winery. And they're sort of saying, okay, where are you? Or they phone and say, okay, how do we get to your place? And we also get houseboats sometimes at our place.
No way.
Well, we're not right on the lake shore as such. We're a mile above, but we overlook the lake. Lovely, lovely sight. Like, it's pretty there, you know. Absolutely beautiful. And we have a 160-acre farm, of course, and our vineyard is on the slope area looking down at the lake. And then the winery we built up, and my wife has taken a great interest in beautifying the place through the gate entrance. You know, we've got a lovely entrance there with a lot of flowers.
She's giving it the woman's touch.
Absolutely, and that's necessary. You know, it really adds a lot to the place.
Well, you were saying earlier before we actually started this that you guys are open until this October?
We are.
Okay.
Yeah, we're open every year from May till the end of October, from 10:30 in the morning till 5:30 at night, every day.
All right.
Yeah. So it's a very busy life, though.
Oh, no, don't doubt it. I totally don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I have yet the chance to come down and check you guys out, but I'm very excited that you're open until October, and you were saying 10 to 5:30 every day?
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, and on Wednesdays and Saturdays we have tours. They're free. People don't have to make reservations. They just show up. And sometimes I have 30 to 50 people at the same time. And of course it crowds our tasting room a little bit, but people enjoy it. And I talk a little bit, we have a gazebo that overlooks the vineyard and the lake. And I talk a little bit there about our background. Then I take them into the vineyard, talk about how season we go through, how we plant grapes. And then I take them to the winery where we make the wine. And then I take them down to our tasting room, where they can taste our wine. And you can get a glass of wine to sit outside to enjoy the wine.
Oh, that sounds like a perfect Friday afternoon.
Oh, it is.
But we are going to be going to a commercial break really quick here, so I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us here, and stay tuned. We'll be back.